There's my little patch of Phacelia Tanacetifolia. I think you can find some either Romanian or Russian videos or something on YouTube. One of them's a bunch of hives on a real pretty field of this. I planted it a little bit too early for the bees to take good advantage of it because so many other things were blooming. Let's see, you got the tulip poplar that's just now going out, and there's still all kinds of stuff blooming. So really, if I would have timed this to where it would have been in bloom later on in the summer, it would be getting more action. But finally they're working it some, but you can see it's like that head there is done. I still ought to get a pretty decent little crop of seed here. If I would have taken the time to have plowed this land up right, I would have gotten a better stand of it to come up. I'm going to do that next spring, or actually I'm going to do it a little bit later. I'm going to wait about at least a week after the last frost, or what appears to be somewhere along in there. There's one down in there, but there's quite a few working it now. It's got a fantastic smell. About a week or so ago, you could stand downwind of this thing and smell it. It smells interesting. I've heard people claim that the honey from this stuff is fairly peculiar. I haven't heard any too awful negatives about it, but it's different, in other words. Another one running along there. I haven't noticed them gathering much of that pollen. When they get it in their basket, it's almost jet black. It's so blue. Looks like they're mainly working it for nectar. What I was going to show you, although I got one freak out of this whole, what, a couple thousand flowers or so, give or take a few. I got a freak over here. This one plant out of all of that. See, I got a little electrical tape around the stalk of the market. That one's snow white. That was a perfectly white flower, not only white, but it had yellow pollen, not blue, yellow. So I'll catch another one. Anyway, I'm saving the seed from that one particularly separate, and I'm going to plant a small little spot of that from just those and see if I can reproduce a white version of that. Because if I could, they might actually like it better than purple. I haven't seen any. I've tried to look up white Phacelia on the internet, and I have not had any luck at it at all. There's some of that blue-black pollen. I ought to try to get a macro of her. It would be a job to do. Let me try it. Oh boy, that's going to be hard. Blurry, blurry, blurry. When you see those, when you find those real pretty photographs of honeybees on flowers, pollen baskets full and all that stuff, you have no idea how hard that is to do, because they are constantly moving. They will not sit down. Anyway, there's a little on hers. You might have caught that, I don't know. Plant some of this crap sometime. It's where's that what is his name? Jason Chrisman up there in Ohio. he posted a comment on one of my video on that goldenrod, and he might be one that'd be interested in playing with some of this stuff. If you look up Phacelia Tanacetifolia seeds on Google, you will find the website where I got these. That's a nice little picture, I think. Yeah, and yeah, she's got pollen on her, but that is blurry. I don't have the right focus on that thing. Let me try it again. Now she had to move. Come on now. Maybe she'll stop on that one long enough. There. See that black, almost black pollen? But it's real dark blue, like ink. Anyway, that's enough of that boring stuff. But yeah, I thought he might be interested in planting some of this stuff. But if you search Phacelia Tanacetifolia seeds on Google, you'll find a place that's selling by the pound. They're about $30 a pound, I believe is what I give for them. And I give a whole bag full of them to a guy at the bee meeting, I don't know, a while back, and still had enough to plant this, and I still got a bunch left over. It wouldn't take but a handful to plant a plot like this size. But, if it was done right, this stuff, it yields a lot, so they claim. Another lad onto that clip. I threw some around this pin oak tree. Of course, this is in the shade. That's the same stuff, but I planted it about a month later. And there's one getting ready to open up. It starts off looking like a little clover bloom that didn't quite open. And it goes from there. Anyway, I threw seed around each one of these, but that was the best one in the bunch. I don't know how that's going to do here in the shade, but we shall see. There's a little old bee yard.